Well, U.S. markets are heading up this Monday morning. In Europe, most markets are headed down, and we're going to turn now to Jonathan Browdy in the Deal's London newsroom, who has more of an update on that as well as stocks. Jonathan.
Yeah, good morning, John. European markets did trade cautiously this morning following weakness in New York, the release of new figures showing a further slowdown in China, and continuing tensions in Ukraine. The HSBC Purchasing Managers Index for March showed that the manufacturing sector in China slowed for the third month in a row, and the fall seems to be more to do with domestic than global demand, as export orders actually expanded. However, some analysts believe the slowdown might push China to introduce new expansionary measures to meet its 7.5% growth target for the year, and that helped markets in Asia, though it seems to have had less impact in Europe. In London, the can maker Rexam plc was down about 0.2% this morning, despite news that Berry Plastic Group, Inc. of Evansville, Indiana, has offered $135 million to buy its healthcare containers and closures division. It's all that remains of the healthcare division after an agreement to sell the rest earlier this year. Frankfurt is the major market most worried about Crimea this morning, as the heads of the G7 industrialized nations meet today to discuss possible further sanctions on Russia. The mood was not helped by a near 2% fall for the national airline of Lufthansa, which is facing possible strike action by airport staff this Thursday. But Lufthansa's smaller rival, Air Berlin, took off to the top of the smaller cap SDAX index with an 8% rise after a magazine article suggested it might soon be taken private, and the Middle Eastern airline Etihad has plans to increase its stake from 30% to 49%. Meanwhile, markets' Eurozone economic activity and manufacturing index numbers for March were slightly down compared with February, but the agency said the first quarter still looked set to be the best economic growth in the region since the second quarter of 2011. That's all from me in Europe. John, over to you in New York.
Thank you very much, Jonathan. It's Jonathan Browdy reporting from the Deal's London newsroom.